Good evening, folks. We are truck will be the game will get started in about 30 minutes. Skip. Don't watch something else. 30 seconds. Woo! Still back about 30 seconds, guys. We'll get started. In the meantime, check out tonight's starting lineup. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and kick this one off.
Under the lights this evening as we get you
rubber match tonight, Astros and Royals.
Coming up, we've got a
Astros win Monday night's game 1-0. Royals win last night. Astros rally a little too late. So tonight, to win the series, we got Austin Pruitt heading to the mound for the Astros, a man that won starting rotation job out of spring training, has done really well this year. Low ERA, high strikeouts, pretty consistent on the mound, and hopefully his outing has more consistency than Lance McCullers last night, who was pulled after 4 complete innings. Rough night for Lance, but still having a great year coming off Tommy John. So the Royals in their alternate blue tops tonight. And the first pitch tonight's game is a strike.
Gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. And fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice.
Full strength tonight lineup for the Astros. Springer and Correa looked a little tired, but Dusty Baker decided to keep them in the lineup. Scheduled day off tomorrow. Folks, that's on the video game and in real life, but we give you the details on that in just a moment. So once again, this is the rubber match of the 3-game set against Kansas City. Series started Monday. It will conclude tonight. So they have a scheduled off day before the Yankees come into town this weekend for 3. What we're going to do is we're going to play Friday night's scheduled game tomorrow night, which is Thursday. We're going to play Friday night's game on Thursday at 7:10. So that's tomorrow night at 7:10, game 1 against the Yankees. Friday will be the off day. Saturday's game will be 12:35 p.m. and Sunday night's game will be at 7:05. That was right down the pipe, but Jose's going to be able to corral it in and make the throw to first for out number 2. Thanks for joining us live tonight on the 2020 Astros Quaranseason. If you'd like to be part of the broadcast, just leave a comment there in the YouTube stream. Whit Merrifield now taking the plate for the Royals with 2 out here in the top of the first. Maybe the first time for a lot of you seeing Austin Pruitt. He's had a really good year, very consistent year on the mound for the Astros. Won that 5th rotation spot out of spring training from Jose Urquidy. Josh James rounds out the rotation for the Astros. And he pulls that one foul, so the count remains 2-2 here in the top of the first. No hits yet for the Royals. This their 3rd batter of the game. And he gets the strikeout on the slider. So the Royals go down in order here in the top of the first. They come up for their first chance to bat right after this. Stay with us. A lot of fun Astros baseball in store in this one. Roll starter tonight, Jacob Junis. Pretty good ERA. High strikeouts. One of the few Royals starters with an above 500 record. Shout out to Ryan Dietz, watching from down in the Houston area. Ryan's also got Ethan and Owen Dietz watching with him tonight. Ethan, Owen, and Ryan Dietz. Welcome tonight, guys. Welcome in. Hopefully we can get a lot of Astros hits for Ethan and Owen tonight. Springer aggressive early here, down the count 0-2. Both pitches borderline, could have gone either way. Royal starter can throw 5 pitches for strikes, so we'll see how he utilizes the others. That ball's low. Royal starter still ahead, 1-2 to George Springer. And that slider low, but George gets a piece of it to hang in there and stay alive at 1-2. Ryan, why don't you let us know who Ethan and Owen's favorite Astros are? That'd be fun. Ethan, if I recall, I think I saw on the news that you are riding a bike without training wheels now. Huge step for Ethan there. George goes down swinging, but man, the day the training wheels come off the bicycle, that's like the next step is getting your driver's license. So Ethan, congratulations on that. Only going to get better and better riding that bike every day. So Jose Altuve comes up with 1 out and nobody on. Narrowly gets hit with that one almost. Count 1-0. Altuve, one of 5 Astros hitting over 300 currently.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Trying to get on kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series.
That's ball 2.
Hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today. Yeah, Dan, they were able to shout. Nice bounce back game yesterday. Let's see.
Yeah, that's in there for a strike. He swings late. Still ahead 2-1. And that's going to drop. Altuve hits one to the corner, and that's going to be good for 2. And he's in there standing up for a double. So the Astros with a runner in scoring position tonight with only 1 out here in the top of the first. Altuve just shoots it right down the right field line there, rattles around in the corner, and he's in there easily for a double. Oh, we're just getting news here from Ryan Dietz that Owen Dietz is also riding his bike by himself today. Oh my goodness, these boys are getting so independent. Congratulations to both Ian and Owen Dietz. Huge. Even my cat Nellie's even congratulating the boys. Oh no. He chases one up and away there. Bregman goes down in the count 0-1. Runner on second, Jose Altuve, with only 1 out here in the bottom of the Astros first. And Nellie's just going to meow. Honestly surprised she hasn't been a part of more of the broadcast. Yep, there she is, folks. Rally cat. Bregman down 0-2, but hadn't seen a strike yet, see? And he tries to get him chasing there, but Bregman showing some restraint. Still down the count 1-2. And he swings at the slider low and away. He's going to throw to first to complete the strikeout. Altuve stays put at second, and the Astros now have 2 out in the bottom of the first. Both Astros going down via strikeout so far this game. Thanks for joining us tonight on the broadcast. Not just the Dietz family, but everybody that settles in every night for an Astros game. We welcome you. I'm glad you're here. Deep in the hole, and Jordan's going to be able to leg that one out. Nice base hit. Almost gets through the infield on the left side, but not enough time, even with a Derek Jeter jump, for the shortstop to get Jordan out at first. Jordan not known for his speed, but still managed to leg out the infield single anyway. Correa, 2 home runs last night in the loss. One of those home runs came in the bottom of the 9th with nobody on. And now he's got 2 ducks on the pond with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 1st. Oh, and he's going to come through with a base hit up the middle. Runner's going to hold at second. Astros on the board first here, 1-0. Bottom of the 1st. Making the Royal starter throw some pitches here in the 1st inning too, which you always like to see. Correa taking that one right back up the box. Brings up Josh Reddick, still 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 1st. Oh, and he swings at the first pitch he sees, but that's going to be right at the center fielder. For the 3rd out, the Astros do get 1 across, leave 2 on 3 hits. We'll be right back with the top of the 2nd here from Houston, Texas. Stay with us. Welcome back to Minute Maid Park. We'd like to say a very Astros happy hello to Mr. James King, tuning in from Buda, Texas. James, the inaugural winner of our Angler of the Game from last Saturday's game, actually caught a fish during the broadcast. Congratulations again, Mr. James King.
That is it. The 3rd baseman, Hunter Dozier.
Just getting word here that the Dietz boys' favorite player is Alex Bregman. I don't think they're alone on that. Alex Bregman's a fan favorite from a lot of people, and those Dietz boys know a good Astros baseball player when they see it. And they call him for going around there, Hunter Dozier. Batting .241 on the year, down 0-1. Here's the 2nd pitch to Hunter, right down the pipe. Not sure what he was waiting on there. Austin Pruitt ahead 0-2. And they're going to check with the umpire at first. Palms down, saying he held up there. So 1-2 is the count now to the Royals' 5th batter. Ooh, borderline. They're going to call it a ball tonight. Austin Pruitt asking, was that a little far out? Okay. Nice. All right, just happy to be here. Counts 2-2, 1 out. Correa in the shift is able to get the ground ball and make the play to first. That's 2 up, 2 down so far for the Royals here in the top of the 2nd.
Number 66.
Ryan, I love the picture you sent. Fantastic. Got to figure out a way to show this stuff online. You guys that are watching the broadcast live each and every night. The folks that have my cell phone number sending me tweets, texts and pictures. Both of Dietz's boys, Ethan and Owen, both glued to the television tonight. It's awesome. Austin Pruitt quickly ahead, 0-2.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right
Stephen Bailey back in, settling in. These are weird times. Quarantine life, right? There are no rules. The rules went out the window 56 days ago. We're all here tonight because we missed the Astros. And hopefully we'll have some good news coming by the end of this week that we'll have the real players on the real field sometime in July. All excited for that announcement. Just waiting on the Players Union to ratify that. Ball low, 1-2. So the Astros get on the board in the top of the 1st. I think what's most important to say is they get on the board with smart base running. Didn't run into any outs. Oh, and he almost pulls the trigger on that inside slider. Ryan O'Hearn, one of the 3 Royals to go deep last night. Lance was struggling a little bit with his command. Royals players able to take advantage of that. But hits one deep to right, but Reddick settles underneath it and squeezes it for out number 3. So we're through 1.5 here for Minute Maid Park. 7, 8, 9 coming up for the good guys. Stick around, more Astros baseball coming up right after this. Welcome back. So we've got Ryan Dietz and Stephen Bailey, kind of our two casino experts, our betting odds. We kind of let them set the lines. So Dietz asking Stephen what's the over-under for tonight. It might get skewed because it's already one run for the Astros. On pace guy says that'll be 9. But Brantley fouls off the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 now here to Michael Brantley in the bottom of the second. And he looks at ball number 1. Didn't get to say a lot of that Monday night, but the Astros showing more plate discipline last night and tonight so far. Jakob Younis looks in. 1-1 count to Brantley. And he's going to dribble it to the pitcher who makes the catch. Throws the first for the first out here in the second. Brantley struggling of late, but having a decent year stat-wise. If you joined us for the Quaranseason the last week or so, you may not believe that, but he was smashing the ball earlier in the year before we could figure out a way to broadcast these games to you. That brings up La Pena. One of the Astros' home runs last night was blasted off the bat. So Ryan Dietz sets the over-under. The earlier over-under is 6.5. I like that, Ryan. These are total runs, if I'm correct. Total runs 6.5, and that might drop, folks. It is little Texas leaguer for a single. Royals in the shift, and still he finds pay dirt there in right field. So with 1 out, Astros have a runner on first. Number 9 batter. Astros backup catcher Garrett Stubbs getting the start tonight. Statistically having a better year at the plate than Martin Maldonado, but a little bit of a defensive liability. We'll see if that comes into play here in the rubber game. Game 3 against the Kansas City Royals here at Minute Maid. And he hits it pretty well, but it's going to be right at the center fielder for out number 2. That brings us back to the top of the lineup for Mr. George Springer.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. If you're watching live, we're so happy to have you for the 2020 Astros Quaranseason here on Matt Deaton's YouTube channel. My name is Matt Deaton. I hadn't played a baseball video game in 20 years before about 3 weeks ago. Here we are playing the Astros season, the 2020 season, on or as close to the days, and that's going to be right at the center fielder again. Oh, and it gets over his head. Yuli going to try to score from first. Nope. Oh, get back, everybody. They do. Woo! Didn't get a good jump from first there with 2 outs. That's surprising, but should have been going on contact. But George able to muscle one to straightaway center. Short hops the fence there in center field. Second and third now for Jose Altuve. Trying to help those people who took the over. Oh, and he's going to smash the line drive that's going to drop. Hit a little too hard for Springer to test the arm there. Gary Pettis, Astros third base coach. He was talked to a little bit after last night's game. The rare bases loaded, no outs. Double to the wall, double play at home. So playing it pretty conservative there from first base or third base coaching box. Bregman now up with 2 on, still 2 out. That's going to be a ball low and away. Steven, the Astros starter has got him a little gun shy. Austin Pruitt been very consistent though this. Oh, and Bregman's they're gonna have to make a good play, and they do get over to get the 3rd out. Well, the Astros on pace, guy. On pace to get 9, well, really 8, because they'd be up 8-0 and wouldn't have to bat in the 9th. But great play by the Royals first baseman to end the Astros threat here in the second. So 6 hits, 2 runs so far for the good guys. Stick around. Top of the 3rd coming up right after this. Oh, Steven, I appreciate it. Getting the love for 7.5 because of the base running, but I'm going to be conservative. As we said, Pettis going to be conservative from that third base coaching box. Chases Reddick to the wall, but he gets there for out number 1. Royals putting a drive in some of these. So far managing to keep the ball in the park. So Josh James, actually. Josh and Zach Greinke both having excellent starts. This is Pruitt's going for his, I believe Pruitt also has 5 wins. I think he's 5-2, so he could take the league lead here in wins with a win tonight. First pitch to the Royals, number 8 batter, Brett Phillips. Brett, one of the guys with a moonshot last night for the Royals. And he's quickly down 0-2. All right, so Ryan and Steven have made our first live bet here in the 2020 Astros Quaranseason. There are no rules, folks. The rules have gone completely out the window. Probably the first time you'll ever hear live betting discussed during an Astros broadcast, but quarantine life. Steven's going to take the over. Ryan's going to see that action. So we'll see if Steven's probably counting on Austin Pruitt giving up a run or 2 here. Oh, but Yuli. Not if Yuli keeps making snaps like that. Come on. He can't believe it either. He goes back unhappily to the Royals dugout. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Oh, this might be this guy's first at-bat of the year, folks. Comes in with a batting average of a nada. Oh, and there's our cat. Tonight's cat broadcast, Nellie, named for Willie Nelson. But she's way more high-strung many times. Surprised she hadn't been more part of the broadcast. We've gotten pretty lucky. No rules, right? No rules. Oh, gets the inside call from the home plate ump. Love a little home cooking there on that call. Down 1-2 now. And he gets him down on strikes. He'll have to wait till the next at-bat to get that first hit of the season. Austin Pruitt, 3 up, 3 down. That's 9 in a row. Retired by the Astros starter today. We'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd right after these messages. So James, as Heidi Watney talks, I'll talk to James King here. Never heard of the pitcher, but I'm really digging the beard, was James King's comment there. Yeah, he's got the good facial hair going. Yeah, they're talking about the Astros offense. It's leading the league in average, all of baseball too for the team. But and if they had base running errors on there, probably be at the bottom. But yeah, Austin Pruitt, new starter for the Astros this year, won the 5th starting spot from Jose Urquidy out of spring training. Been very consistent so far this year as well. Jordan catches a strike on the inside corner. Goes down 0-1. Oh, and he doesn't wait on that one, so a weak grounder to first for out number 1 for Jordan. I tell you, if Steven's going to get that over and go home $50 richer from tonight's ball game, we're going to need Jordan to put one in the seats or at least get some ribbies tonight before this one's done. Carlos Correa with an RBI single in his first at-bat in the 1st. Comes up with nobody on and 1 out here in the 3rd. Way out in front of the slider. Not the best pitch to swing at, but we'll see if he settles down. A little anxious at the plate. And that was a good pitch to swing at, but he's just late on that one. So Carlos Correa down 0-2. Swung at the first 2 pitches he saw. Oh, and the low strike is called. With 2 strikes, you got to be more protective of the plate there. Royals pitcher just bends over and says, "That's what I think of you." Brings up Josh Reddick. Ethan and Owen, Kid Show. Hope you guys are still joining us. This game will be over soon. You can get back on those bikes. Reddick goes down and gets one, but it's going to be hit where the right fielder can get to it for out number 2. Oh no, 3 outs. That's how quick it happens. Folks, having too much fun tonight. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th. Don't go anywhere.
Standing in, Kelvin Gutierrez back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first baseman.
Oh, James, I'm not sure we can discuss this. We got kiddos watching, but this is really pet ownership, so I think I'm going to lean towards discussing it. Can't believe this is about to be brought up here in the Astros Quaranseason broadcast tonight. But my cat Nellie had a problem with going to the bathroom in the bathtub. Yeah, you heard that right. So I assume she was doing it at nighttime, maybe during the day. So, you know, being the Homo sapien with the opposable thumbs that I have, I just started closing the door to the bathroom at night or in the morning. So she'd just leave me a little treat right there in front of the door anyway, letting me know, hey, I wanted to go in here to go to the bathroom, but you had the door closed, so I'm just going to leave it right here. Anyway, long story short, she used the litter box most of the time, but just once a day in the tub, just to let me know who's boss. If you're a dog owner, you are an owner. If you have a cat, you are staff. That's how that goes. Well, we had to talk about it. Brought her into the coach's office, said, look, you know, we're going to send you down to AAA if this is the kind of performance you're going to continue to have here for the Astros Quaranseason. And well, must have stuck because haven't had an issue in a while. Oh, Springer not able to get to that one. That's going to be a double. With one out, the Royals have a man on second. Ooh, throw gets away, but Stubbs there to corral it in. Oh, Ryan says they aren't paying attention. I don't know if that makes me feel good or bad, Ryan. I know what you're saying. You're saying we can say whatever we want, but we do like to keep it PG so it can be a family-friendly show. Maybe some of you are enjoying the game with a cold beverage like you would if you're watching the real guys play. Oh, and that's going to be a throwing error by Altuve. So the double plays in order, but the Royals now with runners on the corners and only one out here. This being the Royals' big deep threat in the lineup, Jorge Soler. Pruitt's going to have to be careful how he throws to him. And avoiding the strike zone there with the first pitch. Oh, so the cat doesn't go to the bathroom in the tub anymore if you're... Spoiler alert. Somehow she just figured it out. But it was touch and go there for a while. Oh yeah, she almost went she almost went back to the adoption place. I would have loved to have that conversation too. Why are you returning her? Oh, she goes to the bathroom in my tub, and I don't like that. So here, she's your problem now. But no, she figured it out. She's good. She's actually settled in watching the game tonight with us. But she doesn't have a YouTube account, so doesn't count toward our Nelson ratings here. Pruitt. Oh, and he's able to get the hit up the middle. So the Royals get a run there, 2-1. Looking good for that over, Stephen Bailey. Double play still in order here in the top of the fourth. So they're taking it right back up the middle for a single. So Pruitt had great success first time through the lineup, setting them down in order, 9 up, 9 down. Second time through the lineup here, the Royals having a little bit better success. That's going to be a fly ball to center. Not going to test Springer's arm there on that one, and wisely so. So that's 2 outs. Still 2 runners on for the Royals batter Ryan O'Hearn. Brings in a sub Mendoza line ERA. But as we mentioned earlier, one of the home runs for the Royals last night. So got to be careful. Blind squirrels find nuts and hit them 420 feet every once in a while. Way outside there from Austin Pruitt to even the count at 1-1. Oh, folks, that's going in the bullpen. In the bullpen. Oh my. Oh, a man hitting 173 hits a 3-run dinger. Woo! And he smoked that ball. Man, hope the Royals don't drug test, because he absolutely smoked it.
Out of that inning, only giving up a single run, but it all comes crashing down.
Alan Eisenhower. Woo! Alan, good to see you, buddy. I figured you'd be a part of this. He's a big Royals fan. He's happy to see O'Hearn go deep there. Alan, this is the rubber game of a 3-game set started Monday. Astros won game 1. Royals taking game 2 last night. Alan, a lifelong Royals fan. Went to some of the World Series games. It's giggity, giggity gone. Great home run call there, Alan. Warning, folks. Alan may or may not talk a little trash here, especially while the Royals are up. Pruitt gets away with one right down Broadway for the first strike of the at-bat. 2 outs. 2-1 count. Nobody on thanks to the Ryan O'Hearn 3-run blast. Oh my goodness, they try to go back-to-back with that one. Just misses to even the count. 2. James, we're all very upset with that dinger. Well, I say all. Alan's not, but the rest of the viewers tonight are. Oh, Alan can't be happy about that kind of aggressiveness at the plate. Goes down swinging, but he does give up the 3-run bomb. There it is. So they do take the lead here in the 4th. 4-2. One more run. Actually, 2 more runs. And Steven is at least $20 richer. Not sure what they settled on. I see Ryan said bet after 20, so playing for 20 bucks there. Oh, Brantley going to take it the other way. And the left fielder is able to get under it. With the Crawford box, any fly to left field gets the fans off their seats. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Astros here in the bottom of the 4th.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And digging into bat next, the Cuban import
Yuli with a home run last night. A single in his first at bat. He's going to dribble to the pitcher here for out number 2. Astros number 9 batter coming up here with 2 outs and nobody on. Backup catcher Garrett Stubbs. Really hate to see a 3-pitch inning here, so Garrett probably having the take signal from Pettis. And he does, and he's rewarded for it with a 1-0 count. Cheeseburger Chris Watson tuning in from Brownwood, Texas. Go money! Thanks for joining us, Chris. Oh, might have been ball number 2, but gets wood on it, but barely. Count evens to 1-1.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2.
And now it's 1-2, down in the count.
We're in the 4th inning of
Thanks for joining us tonight on the broadcast, everybody. Astros got a little bit of work to do to come back in this one. Pruitt gets it through the infield for a 2-out single. So he's going to be on first base for Mr. George Springer, batting for the 3rd time today. The throw over to first. Might not be a bad decision to send the runner here. Oh, he's going to go, but he's going to go early, and they've got him rung up. Oh, and they make the out. George's going to lead us off next time the Astros come up to bat, but we're through 4. 4-2. Astros winning the hit column, but not the run column tonight, the very important run column. Join us. More Astros baseball right after this. We'll see if Austin Pruitt can settle down from the very noisy 4th inning. 3-run homer being the big play. The big hit that hurt him. And the Royals with a leadoff batter here. Got that gentleman's first hit of the year? No, I think that was a righty. Oh, this is the guy with the 0 batting average. So double play in order, 1 out. I'm sorry, no outs, runner on first.
He's 0 for 1 thus far.
And he swings at strike number 2 to go down 0-2. Pruitt with the 0-2 pitch.
Well hit to right.
And that's going to be fouled away.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Ball in 2 strikes.
And can't get the high strike call. Count moves to 1-2.
Right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
Almost identical place that he hit 1-2 pitches ago. Count remains 1-2. Oh, folks, that looked like a strike from my vantage point, probably yours too. 2-2 now.
But I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east to west than to have you.
And gets the strikeout for the second time. 1 out, top of the 5th. Royals now to the top of their lineup here. And they're putting the bat on the ball tonight. A lot of Royals hitters hitting the ball hard, but foul. There's another hard foul by Kansas City. So he's behind 0-2, but hadn't gotten cheated in his two previous swings. We'll see if Pruitt can take care of him here. Line drive to center. Ooh, Georgie had us nervous there, but he does put it away for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 4, Alex Gordon.
Bregman will be leading us off in the bottom of the 5th.
He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss.
And he fouls that one away for strike number 1.
Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Infield fly. Yuli camps underneath it. And that's out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Royals hang on for a 4-2 lead so far. Top of the order due up for the Astros. Springer, Altuve, and Bregman looking to put the Astros ahead in the 5th right after this.
George Springer as we move past the halfway point of this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
The center fielder.
So Springer actually never saw a pitch in his abbreviated at bat last inning, and he hits that one a long way. Center fielder trying to camp under it, but he's not going to get it. Oh, Springer dinger, 425. Oh, man. Bobby Vasquez hammering the train horn. Oh, get up, Astros fans. George makes it a 1-run game with that absolute stoink job to center field, left center. Oh, my gosh. Hit a long way. Oh, man. You see in this replay, George waits on it and drives it to the deepest part of the park. And just an absolute moonshot. See where this one actually landed. Oh, above the Minute Maid Park sign. Almost hitting the train. So the Astros now trail 4-3. Oh, Altuve. Just so excited there from Springer's home run. Altuve 2 for 2 with a double and a single already in this one. We're only in the 5th inning, his 3rd at-bat of the game. Quickly down 0-1. Oh, and he's down 0-2, folks. Really got fooled on that slaughter.
See, guys, he is human. Occasionally, an ugly swing right there. He's having a monster season, so I'm going to give him a free pass.
And 1-2 now. To be honest, I wasn't even looking at that one. I was looking at the YouTube feed, so good eye. Good eye, Jose. Bad eye, Jose. Bad eye. Oh, man. Doesn't see a strike that at bat, but still goes down via the K. No need to see that again. We remember. Bregman now up with 1 out and nobody on. Not the best pitch to swing at there, but Alex aggressive so far. Probably not going to be called a strike with this umpire tonight. And that one just didn't wait on it enough. That's going to be a 5-3 put out for the second out here in the 5th inning. Astros already tacked on 1 via the Springer dinger. Ooh, here comes the big boy, the man-child, number 44, Yordan Alvarez. And I missed the announcer's voice. Oh, and he hits it right into the shift. Good pitch to swing at, but he goes down in that at bat. So we had a nice ding dong by George Springer. Astros get within 1. We're through 5. Royals 4, Astros 3. Most importantly, next run wins Stephen Bailey $20. Stick around. The Royals number 3 batter now stepping to the plate here in the top of the 6th. Pruitt having a decent game, giving up the 3-run homer 2 innings ago, but has settled back in here. A couple of close calls. Brantley gets to it. Oh, I'm telling you, never an easy out. Never an easy out. Oh, when the guy manning the controller hasn't played a video game since RBI baseball into a cartridge he had to blow to get it to work.
First pitch coming, here it is.
Name that tune. RBI baseball. Soler evens the count 1-1. Alan, we're glad you could stick around to see that beautiful George Springer moonshot. Pruitt misses with the slider. Soler ahead 2-1. Bregman gloves it easily at third and completes the putout. 5-3 for out number 2.
Now batter, third baseman.
Stephen, you're not lying. Stephen Bailey says the games were... You are not lying about that, my man. Somehow you still had that friend, though, that would come over and play the Nintendo with you, and you'd play a new game or something. Okay, which button does this? I'd always be like, well, try one of them, and if that's not it, it's the other one. Tecmo Bowl, also an awesome game on the original Nintendo. Tecmo Bowl, you didn't have to have a cheat mode or a cheat code or a password or anything like that. You just had to have San Francisco as your team and you'd never lose. Oakland could play them close. Oakland with Bo Jackson. Gosh, probably the fastest guy on the game was Bo. But with the 49ers, you had Ronnie Lott playing safety, who also had some wheels. That's going to land foul. Ronnie Lott on defense with the wheels. You had, let's see, Roger Craig at running back. Of course, Jerry Rice, Joe Montana throwing the ball on a dime. Oh, and Pruitt with a beautiful inning there. 3 up, 3 down. So the Astros looking to at least tie this one up. Stick around. Astros trailing 4-3, head to the bottom of the 6th. Oh, Alan, you saw last night's broadcast. He's saying that Springer's home run went about as far as Phillips did last night. Phillips did hit his a ton. Yikes. That ball went a long way, I remember. Oh, Correa smokes one. Oh, Phillips able to corral it in. Oh, Correa not cheated on that swing. Phillips with his best Andrew Jones impression there, making it look easy.
He would have represented a tying run.
Brings up Josh Reddick with one on and nobody out. Stephen Bailey, you're not lying. Fastest guy, Ray Childress for the Oilers. Oh, man. He what? You could get a lot of sacks with old Ray Childress. Giga Mags, by the way. Reddick there with a single. You got a man on first with one out. Greg doing a great job of hitting it just out of the shortstop's grasp there. Michael Brantley due for some hits here. Astros trying to mount a little one-out rally here in the 6th. The runner on, one out. Brantley at the plate. Oh, and Brantley's going to go down and get it. Station to station for the Astros. That ball not hit very hard or very far. So first and second, still one out. Stephen Bailey on the edge of his seat trying to get $20 richer here. the over-under tonight set at 7. We are at that, so another run by either team nets Steven $20. And that should be enough for the tag at second. Oh, the good throw, though. Oh, no, the bad throw. Oh, no. Oh, no, and the Astros doubled up at second base. Oh, Brantley thought he could make it with the throw going to third. Oh, he's called out. Astros don't get a run across, even though they get a couple of hits. We'll be right back with the top of the 7th here from Minute Maid Park. Yes, James, there is an Aflac trivia question brought to you by Aflac. Tonight's trivia question. So the Astros have had, I believe it's 10 or 11 guys make the Hall of Fame that had at least one service game with the Astros. So a lot of Joe Morgan, guys like that, played a lot more games with other teams. But tonight's Aflac trivia question regarding Hall of Fame and former Astros players. Biggio inducted to the Hall of Fame. Who was the very next former Astro after Biggio to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame? So I had to think of an answer, a question tonight, James, that Biggio would not be the answer. So there you go. The answer, not Biggio. Who was the Astro, the next Astro inducted into the Hall of Fame after Craig Biggio? Remember, these are players with any service time as an Astro at all, whether it was for one season, half a season, their entire career. Answer there on the feed. We'll give you the answer in the bottom of the 7th. Brantley going to play this one off of the Crawford box, and he can't get to it. But Springer there to throw it into third. So a leadoff double for the Royals. Something cooking there for the over. But the Astros hoping to hold them here in this inning. Off of the wall there and left. Astros going to get somebody up in the bullpen. It'll be Fromber. Pruitt having a decent game so far. He's made a few mistakes there, and the Royals have really made him pay. Truth be told, the Astros had an 11-game winning streak, highlighted by a Major League Baseball record 21 strikeouts by Zach Greinke against these very Royals last week on the road. So we changed the settings. Had the settings set at dynamic and about middle of the road. I felt like the Astros pitchers were dominating a little too much, so we adjusted the sliders. If you're not used to the terminology there, MLB The Show has sliders that you can move around to make the game or make the opponent better or worse. So we've got the sliders on the offense adjusted to about 75%. So they are hitting the ball a little stronger, making better contact, hitting the ball a little further, basically making them pay for mistakes, wanted the game to be more realistic. Although I think it is realistic that Greinke could strike out 21 Royals in a game. Not that any of that wasn't real. All that was as real as any of this is. Which, not sure how much that is. But it's real to us because our fandom for the Astros is very real. Getting some good guesses here on the YouTube feed for our Aflac trivia question. Once again, who was the next Astro after Craig Biggio to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame? That includes any player that played at least one game for the Astros. That's not that much of a... Oh, my God. That's going to be a 2-run ding-dong. Whoa. Whew. That was not small or medium. Phillips picks up where he left off last night. Pruitt gives up 2 runs. Steven does hit the over there. So they hit the over tonight, but the Astros going to have to do a little bit of work now, down 3 runs to the Royals. See if Fromber's warmed up yet.
Number 33.
Almost. Gonna let Pruitt pitch to one more batter here. This guy yet to see a hit in his major league season. And he's gonna have to wait for the next inning too. Oh no! Oh, gonna be an error by Jose. Not what you wanted to see there. Jose with another throwing error to first.
Gutierrez.
So now with the top of the lineup coming up, Dusty going to move to the bullpen here, going to bring in Fromber.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Astros.
Don't forget, Astros fans, the new Major League Baseball rule going into effect here in 2020 is that anyone coming out of the bullpen has to face at least 3 batters. And he gets the fastball in there hot for a strike. And going, gets ahead of the batter. 0-2 here. Allen, yes, we know. Phillips delivers back-to-back games. Very observant there. Hate to see it. Oh, nearly hits Gutierrez. 1-2 now the count. Fromber brings in a pretty good ERA. His control's been better than he's showing. And he does get the strikeout there. So that's out number 2. Royals still with a runner on first. Alex Gordon now up, already has a double in this one. Doesn't get the low strike call. I will update you here. Before we give the answer to the Aflac trivia question in the bottom half of the 7th, some answers that have been guessed. Bagwell twice and Cruz both incorrect. Keep thinking. Try to resist the urge to go to baseballreference.com.
6 runs, 6 hits.
Bagwell was the second Astro after Greg Biggio to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Line drive drops in, so we got runners at first and second with 2 outs. Royals leading this one 6-3 and trying to tack on some more. Whit Merrifield steps to the plate. Their number 3 hitter hasn't had a lot of offensive success against the Astros, but he has against the rest of the league.
Just unlucky with the placement.
Once again, the very next Astro after Craig Biggio to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Oh my, folks. Fromber gives up a 3-run. Oh my, 9-3 Royals. Now it's not looking good for the Stros tonight. They do have 9 more outs to play with, but the Royals get the over. They take care of the over just by themselves. Now up 9-3. Oh. And the hurting is not done yet. We've got Jorge Soler now at the plate. Fromber's first pitch to Jorge. Foul ball. He's ahead 0-1. A fastball dives in there for a ball. 1-1 count now to Soler. The Royals' number 4 hitter, 2 outs. Swings through that 94-mile-an-hour high fastball. Falls behind 1-2 now.
Here it comes.
And this is with the curveball. Count evens at 2-2.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball. Put himself right back in this at bat.
Ooh, he catches up with a 95, but just barely. Allen needs some Soler power. He's so clever. Oh, and he gets the low strike call that time. Sometimes strike, sometimes not. That time a strike. Well, the Astros give up some runs there. 9-3, leading the hit column, but down 6 in the run column. We'll be right back with the bottom half of the 7th. Stubbs going to lead us off here in the 7th inning. Going to get somebody up in the bullpen. Maybe Peacock. Actually, let me just do this right here so we don't forget. Oh, okie dokie. All right, back to the baseball. So the Astros can't get a 6-run homer. They're just going to have to tack on. It's going to have to go little by little, and that's going to get us started there. Stubbs with a leadoff single.
The Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway.
All right, the answer to our Aflac trivia question. Craig Biggio inducted to the Hall of Fame. Who was the very next Astro to be inducted? It was the year before Jeff Bagwell. And that person who played a total of 93 games for the Astros, Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. I know, you're throwing stuff at the TV. I don't even think of him as being an Astro, but he was the next Hall of Famer with Astros service time. George going to pop that one up for out number one. It's the rubber game of the three-game set against Kansas City. They've taken a pretty big lead here. Astros have scored 10 runs in a game before. Going to have to do it again tonight to go home with a dub. Yankees coming into town for 3 after this series. Oh, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 killer double play. Oh, the rally killer. Orbit can't believe it either. We'll be right back. Top of the 8th, live from Minute Maid Park. Stay with us.
And we're back in Houston. Welcome back to
new pitcher for the Astros comes in.
Matt, I talked with the Kansas City manager during the inning break about the Royals' offensive production to this point. And
scheduled Peacock. Yes. There we go.
He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection.
Peacock going to get some opportunities here with a 6-run deficit. I'm going to pitch to contact and just get us out of this one. Thanks again for joining us on the live broadcast tonight of the Astros 2020 Quaranseason. Astros get ahead early in this one. But newcomer Austin Pruitt on the mound tonight, the Astros starter. Bitten by the home run ball. And the Royals were able to tack on 9 runs tonight. Brad Peacock in here to hold them at 9. And it's now 2-2 count. Oh, Dietz. Is this true? Is Pudge the same class as Bagwell? Oh, man. Got to get on to our people over there at Aflac. Telling you guys lies. We'll accept Bagwell then, and that's an easy trivia question. I thought it was going to be a bit tricky. But the Royals batter coming back from 0-2, and he's going to still go down by the strikeout. Whew. They worked the count all the way full. But Dozier goes down on strikes for out number 1. Astros practicing, Astros fans practicing social distancing tonight. Paltry crowd of 18,000, everybody spreading out 6 feet of distance. Not many people wearing the masks. Garrett Stubb and the umpire adhering to that rule.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches.
0-2 pitch now.
But nothing saying he can't
and gets him by a strikeout. Brad Peacock now able to come in and get the first 2 batters he's faced tonight via the strikeout. Brings up Franco 0 for 3 tonight in this one. Franco, you say potato, I say strikeout. Not getting a lot of the borderline calls. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, but all it takes is one that they don't give it to you and you feel like you're getting cheated all night long there. Was that fake news, Dietz? Can you go to baseballreference.com? Check on that for us. I could have sworn Bagwell was in the class after Pudge, but
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 2 out, nobody on.
Such a weird time when Ivan Rodriguez was the catcher for the Astros.
This is foul right
for a portion of that Astros. Let's see, who did he have as teammates that would be forgotten? Carlos Lee. Was Willie T still on the Astros then? Peacock ahead 1-2. Trying to strike out the side here. Oh, and he chases what should have been ball 2. 1-2 count to the Royals hitter with 2 outs. And he fouls off the high fastball. Oh, here it come. Beat's about to hit us with some straight fire facts.
The 1-2.
He's already mad that he's down 20 bucks. Oh, and the Royals go down all on strikeouts by Brad Peacock. We're through 7.5. Astros with some work to do, down 9-3 in this one. We'll be right back with more Astros baseball. And we're back. Bregman leading off the 8th for the Astros with some work to do.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings.
Bregman still looking for that first hit of the night for himself. Breaks the bat, fighting off one inside, and he's going to foul weakly to first. That is 1 out for the Astros here in the bottom of the 8th. Now down to their last 5 outs to try to get 6 runs. Yordan Alvarez settles in here, already 1 for 3 on the day. And he bounces it into the shift. That's going to be out number 2. Astros quickly down, 2 pitches, 2 outs. Very efficient game as always for the opposing pitcher. There it is, class of 2017. Chris Watson, if I were at Minute Maid, it would be time to head to Sonny's. Oh, yes. Sonny's always a good Astros post-game spot there in downtown Houston.
First pitch on its way.
Correa swings at the high ball. Should have done it. Batter's trying to get really aggressive here. Down 6. They need to settle in and just realize they cannot get a 6-run homer. It's going to take a little bit at a time. Of course, baseball, the greatest game ever. Without a play clock. The Royals going to have to retire these last 4 before that win can be put on the standings. Speaking of standings, Astros a half game out of first behind the Rangers. And Correa out front of that slider for a strikeout. That ends the 8th. Peacock going to be out for his 2nd inning of work here. We're through 8. Astros down 9-3. Brett Phillips having himself quite a series here against the Astros. Royals held scoreless in Monday night's game. They have certainly come back to make up for that shutout. Winning last night 7-5 and putting up 9 so far in this one through 8. Phillips hits that one a long way as well, but Reddick there for out number 1.
The catcher, number 33, Nick Dini.
Well, before we get out of here, I know it's already the 9th inning, but we want to make sure that we say hello to a 7-year-old watching down there in the Houston area. His name's Cade Bailey. Cade, good to have you on the broadcast tonight, man. Got to watch your baptism, in fact, last Sunday. Saw it on the South Main Baptist Church live stream. Congratulations, man, Cade. We're real happy for you. Happy for you and the whole Bailey family. But we're glad you're here enjoying some Astros baseball tonight, Cade. Peacock gets him looking. He's ahead in the count 1-2. Nick Dini 0 for 3. He's also 0 for the season so far. So looking for that first hit of the season for this Royals batter, and he fights it off to stay alive. 1-2 still.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Oh, and he does. Look at that. Just because I said it. Oh, and what's happening out there in left? Oh, he's going to give him a double. So, hey, Rook, go ahead and take 2. Misplayed that ball. Don't need to see that one again. All we know is he ends up on 2nd. So Peacock, after striking out the side, getting a strikeout in the top of the 9th. Or no, it wasn't a strikeout. It was a long fly ball by Phillips. Ooh. Springer on the run. He gets there. Makes the catch in the deepest part of the park. That's still a fair ball. Hate it when Astros hit balls into that part of the outfield, but I love it when the opposing team does.
Alex Gordon, runner in scoring position.
Alex Gordon with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs here in the top of the ninth.
That one catches the outer part of the plate.
Oh, there's the knuckle curve. Swings through it. Down 0-2. What do you say, Cade Bailey? How about we strike this guy out, huh? We'll strike him out with something high and inside. There you go. That one was for Cade. So Peacock does end the inning with a strikeout. No harm done in that half inning. Still down 9-3. Astros with their final 3 outs. Got to get at least 6 runs. Stay with us.
Your attention, please. Now
Royals bring in somebody out of the bullpen. He's got an ERA of 5.59. He's only thrown 9 2/3 innings, which means he'll probably strike out the frickin' side here. Josh Reddick up in this one. Looking for a 6-run homer here for Josh. 1 for 3 today. And let's see if they're going to be able to get to that one. No. Oh, that's nice. Boy, that one stay up in the air too long. Must have lost the lights. We'll take it. Leadoff guy on. That's how you get it started. All we need is a grand slam and a 2-run homer. Anything is possible. Brantley now hitting with no outs and a runner on first. And he swings the ball low. Count 0-1 now to Brantley. Hitting 276 on the year. Feels like he's hitting about 176. It's been a while. He's had a tough stretch here in the past 10 games or so. And way out in front of the knuckle curve. Goes down 0-2. He does give it a ride. Man, the Royals are winning the facial hair so far this series. A lot of good-looking beards in that bullpen. 0-2. Brantley's got to protect while I'm trying to not be too aggressive here. And that's going to land the third baseman's glove for out number 1.
Dozier is under it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Well, the Astros down to 2 outs. 2 outs to get 6 runs. La Pina steps in, 1 for 3 already tonight with a home run in last night's game.
First offering on its way.
And out in front of the knuckle curve. Goes down 0-1 in the count. Steven, you got it, man. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be back for 4 games in a row tomorrow. If you didn't hear it early in the broadcast, this weekend the Yankees coming to town. So tomorrow's a scheduled day off, but we're going to play Friday's game tomorrow night. So that game will be at 7:10 tomorrow night, Thursday. Game 1 against the Yankees. Friday night, going to take off. Saturday's game will be at 12:35. Yuli lines it, but we think it's going to be caught, and it is. Puts a drive on the ball, but the center fielder able to get to it for out number 2. So tomorrow night, 7:10, game 1 against the Yankees. Game 2 will be Saturday at 12:35. And game 3 against the Yankees. Hang on a minute. Try to get this broadcast back for you guys. Says only the microphone. There we go. I don't want y'all to miss this. Garrett Stubbs, 2 for 3. Had himself a pretty good game, but he's going to pop out to end this one. Royals third baseman camps underneath it, and they win the series 9-3. They win the rubber match of the series 9-3. Folks, sorry we couldn't get a win tonight, but we had some exciting moments with some Astros offense. But the Royals just had too much. So the Royals take this one 9-3. We will be playing tomorrow night's game. I'm going to stay on this. Going to let you guys see the standings here where we're at. Play tomorrow night's game at 7:10. That'll be game 1 against the Yankees. It'll be Josh Big Flames James taking the hill. And then we'll have Verlander And there are your standings, folks. So the Astros, a game and a half now back of the Rangers in the American League West. Taking a look at that, Yankees in the AL East leading their division. That's who comes to town tomorrow night at 7:10. Join us right here on the Astros 2020 Quaranseason. We're watching Astros baseball until we get the real guys back on our TVs. Thanks for joining us. As always, my name is Matt Deaton, wishing you a very happy night. We'll see you tomorrow at 7:10. In the meantime, wash your hands. And we'll see you again soon.